Hello everyone, I'm Cory from Aquarium Co-Op, and I'm here to give a testimonial for Blend Commerce. I don't do this. This is one of those things that I don't have time for, but I believe in them. So we're an 8-figure business, and every day I get bombarded by $500 for 15 minutes of your time, a coffee, a lunch, or this or that. And as a successful business owner, you know you don't have time. I don't have time. But this testimonial is important to me because I've worked with Blend Commerce and they've done a good job over the last basically 3 years. And so we're moving on from them. Why, Cory? Why would you move on? Because they've gotten our website to where it needs to be. And so I want to help them backfill the time because we've used them a lot. And I know part of one of the things I can give back to other e-commerce businesses is recommending someone who's worked well with us because I went through a lot before I got here, right? And so my story starts with back in 2019, looking for a new developer, needing to do some things. No one was doing what I needed, and everyone wanted to run a CRO audit and this and that, and I wanted to do things that no one had been doing before. I needed a team to treat my website like it was their own and work long hours and on the weekends, and there couldn't be outages, and there couldn't be this app went down, I'm out of town filming on location or something, and no one's watching the website. That's where Blend came in for me. So we started not like you normally would. We actually flew out. They're based in the UK. We flew out there, and I spent 2 days with their team, and we really strategized like what is it that Aquarium Co-op is looking to do? Where is the struggles? And where do we want to go? And one of the biggest things that came out of that wasn't even with like their coding ability. It was that Aquarium Co-op didn't want to discount our stuff anymore. And for the last 3 years, we haven't. We haven't run a single Black Friday sale or Christmas special or anything like that. And we're more profitable than ever. And that was just free advice. And because we were with the team and talking it over, like, what's the strategy going to look like going forward? We have to have a better website and do these more meaningful things without just discounting and buying the people in and, hype them up with another discount to get order number 2 and number 3. We want to build a customer journey. And some of the things that we were able to do over the last 3 years are things that no one has ever done before. And I don't say that lightly. We actually worked with YouTube and Google so that our website syncs with a membership program. We have a decent sized YouTube following. And so the thousands and thousands of paying members on YouTube also receive automatic discount through the API, and it stores that information in Shopify tags and things like that. So that incredible thing, it took about 6 months to fully flesh out because no one had done it with Google yet, and they kept running into, oh, it should be working, but it's not. Very frustrating for myself and the Blend team, but they kept at it. And so now we have things about, imagine you have a customer that shops with you and they get that 5% discount. Okay, that's discounting, right? But we know how long they've been a member and they've been paying us. We know their name on YouTube, so that helps us in the live streams and things like that. And it really, we used to segment customers, lifetime value, and are they our retail? Because we have challenges. We have our physical retail store as well. Are they retail? Are they online? Are they a wholesale customer? All of this happens on one website, by the way. We haven't had to segment it. And then also VIP customers, we had things, auto firing. Oh, you spend up to $5,000 now. Here, let's give you a free mug and a towel and things. And then we have the members, and then they're the highest LTV. They're paying just to get a little more access. And these are customers for us that are 15, 20, $25,000 spenders. And that's over a few years, right? 2 or 3 years. But we really have excelled at building this long-term relationship, just like we built with Blend. Now we're running down the clock and out of ideas, and we're ready to move to a mode that is more of a when we have a problem, or there's, Shopify is going to 3.0 instead of 2.0, or whatever the next, challenge comes, we'll then hire them and work with them in a project by project basis, where we've had them on retainer for years and we've run so many things. And, there just wasn't time with me being the face of the brand, developing our own products, traveling the world to not only film, but then got to go to China and Vietnam and these other places for manufacturing stuff, and really having a partner that would be dedicated to us. Now, not everyone's going to have that experience. If you don't pay for that experience, you won't get that. You'll still get great service and a great team behind them making the code happen, and the QAQC. That's very important to us. We don't want to roll out on a day where we're doing a $100,000 product launch and then something went wrong because we released something 3 days ago or 4 days ago and then we found the problem. And our QAQC is rough because it has to work with wholesale, it has to work with custom API integrations, it has to work with Shopify stuff. We have custom cart, we have custom login status, like one of the abilities you might ask them for. Another thing that almost no one has on Shopify, we have the ability that our customers stay logged in for 6 months. That means they create an account and they log in once. For the next 6 months, as long as they come back on that device, they're automatically logged in. That's going to improve your abandoned carts. That's going to improve the information you're collecting. That improves what Klaviyo is doing. Like, because you now can associate all the actions with an actual user, that is so powerful. And it's things like that that I just don't see happening in normal Shopify groups and normal partners and things. And I'm not saying other partners couldn't be great, but this is why I took time out of my day to come and make this video, just to let you guys know that Blend Commerce, it's worth a look. I don't know if they're going to be a fit for everybody. They're not the cheapest, but if you're a brand that's really looking at growth and looking to do things that aren't normal, they were great at all the non-cookie cutter solutions, because so many firms that I tried to work with, they wanted to do cookie cutter things. And at one point, I even A/B tested Blend Commerce versus another firm because I wanted to make sure that I was at the top of the pile with that. And, I flew out again. I met with another company and all of this. And, they were currently working on a $15 million build for a very giant brand. And unfortunately, the first 3 months where we're still talking about, well, what font and what color and all of these things that designers and other people think that the consumer really cares about, but it didn't put it wasn't going to push the needle forward. And that's what Blend does, is like, sure, they can do that stuff too, but they get it when you're like, no, all that crap, we've done it. We've been through a bunch of firms. We know people can do this. We want to do these things that people aren't doing. We want to, we have challenges where we're using the same warehouse management software as Rite Aid and things like that, where it's like, no, we cannot do a bundle and have it go through as a bundle. It has to be itemized before it ever checks out, because we have scripts running at the end that adds on free items and things like this, and what warehouses are going to go to, and all of these things. And they understand those challenges. It's not the Shopify experience where it's like, I've got a problem, and then they recommend like, well, here's 10 apps that could fix it. Instead, they're doing the due diligence, going, nope, we got to rule that one out. We got to rule that one out. None of these app partners can actually work. We have the option of custom development. We have the option of, can you change the way you want this to work? Then we have this option. And so they were very good at doing that. And with that, I would say very high level expertise. Does come cost, but it's money well spent. I've been down the road of, well, it's only $5 or $8 grand a month for this dev team. And then you get $500 worth of tangible work. Whereas, there's been times where we're spending almost $20,000 a month and on projects and things like that. But then what comes back after that build time moves the needle by hundreds of thousands. And so that's what I think Blend actually specializes in. And if that sounds like it's good to you, I'd give them a look. But this will be the only video I ever make. It's a testimonial for them. And hopefully you'll be the next testimonial in 3 years where you're going, yeah, they've done everything we can think of and we want, and it's amazing. And now I need to pass this torch on to someone else that's like us, an 8-figure business, and wants to really step outside of the mold and not just be using off-the-shelf apps and solutions and cookie-cutter things. So thanks for your time. I know everybody is busy like I am, so if you watched it this far, hopefully I'm sincere, and I don't get paid or anything. And in fact, if my competitor's watching this, it's actually worse for me. But hey, I know that most of you will get value out of working with them, and so I wanted to pass that along.